Hello, and thanks for joining us tonight on TCM. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Our look at biographies of 20th century world leaders continues with an episode from the life of America's longest-serving president, the 32nd president, Franklin Roosevelt. From Warner Brothers in 1960, Sunrise at Campobello. Roosevelt won election 4 times, first during the heart of the Depression in 1932, finally 5 months after the invasion of Normandy during World War II in November 1944. 10 years before his first election, Roosevelt was faced with the greatest challenge of his personal life. He contracted polio and, for practical purposes, was left unable to walk. Roosevelt faced the choice of ending his political career or fighting the disease to the fullest extent possible. Sunrise at Campobello details that challenge. Campobello is an island off the coast of New Brunswick in Canada, the location of the family's summer home. And it was at Campobello, after a swim, when Roosevelt contracted a chill and then lost sensation in his legs. The crisis unfolds on 2 levels, medically and politically. Roosevelt will not give up his ambitions, and he enlists his reticent wife, Eleanor, to become his eyes and ears until he can regain mobility. Roosevelt's mother, who never wanted a political career for her son, urges him to lower his sights, while Roosevelt's longtime political advisor, Louis Howe, watches anxiously from the sidelines. Sunrise at Campobello was written by a former Hollywood studio executive, Dory Sherry, who ran MGM after Louis B. Mayer from 1951 to 56. The play had been a Broadway hit, winning a Tony Award for Best Play. Ralph Bellamy played Roosevelt on stage, winning a Tony for his performance. He reprises his role in the movie. Greer Garson, in one of her final film appearances, plays Eleanor Roosevelt with Hume Cronyn as Louis Howe. From 1960, also with Gene Hagen, Alan Bunce, and Ann Shoemaker. Sunrise at Campobello. Dory Sherry, who wrote Sunrise at Campobello, was best known in Hollywood as the successor to Louis B. Mayer as head of production at MGM, a post he held for 5 years. But Sherry also had an insatiable interest in Franklin Roosevelt, which led to writing the play Sunrise at Campobello. When Sherry finished it, he wanted Anthony Quayle to play FDR. Sherry's wife, though, suggested Ralph Bellamy, who happened to live across the street from the Sherrys. Sherry sent the script over, and the next morning, Bellamy appeared at Sherry's door wearing a hat with an upturned brim and jauntily biting a cigarette holder, 2 of FDR's trademarks. Bellamy played the role on Broadway and in the movie. He played Roosevelt again in a massive 1984 television miniseries, The Winds of War, and its sequel, War and Remembrance. Up next, a look at the early years of England's most notable prime minister.